In this video, we are going to discuss the different types of list that we can use in HTML to list out the items in the browser. Suppose the user want to list the items, a set of items in the form of bullets or numbers or alphabets or any kind of symbols. We can also do it in HTML with the help of this list. Okay, so these are the different ways as you are seeing in this slide. These are all the different lists that we can use in HTML. The very first one is an order list. Okay, suppose if you want to list out the items in the form of bullets or different types of unordered list, we can use this unordered HTML list. Suppose if you want to list the list the set of items in the form of or in the form of in an orderly manner, you can also do it with this ordered list. Suppose if you want to list out the items in the form of definition, and then they have the definition that has to be given for the term, it can also be done with this description list. Okay, so these are all the different lists that we can use in HTML. Let's see one by one. The first one is unordered list. So unordered list means if you want to list out the items with some sort of symbols, or even we can say bullets, or even like stars, operators, we can do it with this unordered list. So the short form for unordered list is UL tag. So what's the short form for unordered list? That is UL tag. So this UL tag is used in HTML code to display the list out the items in unordered way. Fine. So let's see the code of using this unordered list. See here, I have opened the HTML tag, body tag. So when you see this box which I have highlighted of using the unordered list in this code. See, I'm going to list out the item coffee, tea, milk in an unordered way. So I want to display the items with bullet symbols so that I can use unordered list. So the short form for unordered list is UL. Okay, the UL has to be open, and at last after list about all the items inside the UL tag has to be closed with the forward slash. See, inside the UL tag have another one tag say that is LI. Okay, so actually list, the short form for list is LI. So in order to list out the items, we have used LI tag. So what's the tag which is used to list out the items inside the UL tag? That is unordered list, that is LI. So LI tag which is used to list out the item inside the unordered list. See, when you see this output, we have three items that is listed out with unordered list in the form of bullets. Okay, we have as we are seeing the output, we have listed the items in bullets. Fine. So this how we can display the list in with the help of unordered list. So if you want to display the items with symbols, or even for with bullets, we can use unordered list. Moving on to the next one, that is order HTML list. So suppose if you want to list out the items in an orderly manner, say for example with the Romans, or with the alphabets, or with the numbers, we can also do it with this ordered HTML list. So the short form used for ordered HTML list is OL. So OL tag is the short form for ordered HTML list. But the LI tag is same as how we used it unordered list. So LI tag which is used to list out the items inside the order list, as same like what we have discussed for unordered list. Okay. So here when you see this example, order, that is OL tag is opened. Inside the OL tag we have listed out three different items: coffee, tea, and milk, with the help of LI tag. So since all these items are defined inside the OL tag, when you see this output, you have all the items, or all the items are listed out in ordered list, that is in numbers. By default it will take only the numbers. If you want to change the if you want to change to from numbers to alphabets, you can also do it. You have to define inside the OL tag. Fine. So this how we can display the items in orderly in an orderly way. Fine. Suppose if you want to display the items in an ordered manner, we can use ordered list. Suppose if you want to display the items in unordered list, then you can go for using unordered list. So this how we can display. You can list out the items in the output screen with the help of with uh, either with bullets or numbers, or even symbols, or even any kind of ordered list. Fine. Moving on to the next one, that is description list. description list is nothing but if you want to list out the items in the form of definition, you can also do it with the third one, that is description list. So a description list is a list of items with a description of each tag. Suppose if you want to define a term in the form of definition, you can also do it with this description list. So what are all the tags which is used in this description list? There are three different tags we normally use to define a definition in the browser. The first one is DL tag, is nothing but the description list. Suppose if you want to display your content in a definition, if you want to display the content in the form of definition, it has is supposed to be defined with the DL tag, description, that is description list tag. Okay, DL tag. So when you see this slide, you can see that is yeah. So DL tag is open. DL tag is open. After that, we have used two different tags. See, DT tag and DD tag. So what is DT tag? DT tag which defines the term, the definition term. Okay, and the DT is nothing but the definition. Okay, which is used to describe the definition. Okay, so normally we'll be having a heading. Okay, we'll be defining. Okay, defining the term inside the heading. Okay, this is how we normally write the definition. So this definition heading, this definition term has to be written in DT tag, that is definition term tag. Okay, which we want to describe. Okay, the definition that we want to describe have to be written inside DD tag. Okay, so this has to be written with DD tag, and the heading, the definition term has to be written inside the DD tag. Okay, the definition term has to be written in DD tag. Fine. So once as we know, once a tag is open, it has to be closed with forward slash. Fine. So for using the description list, you have to remember three different tags. One is DL tag, DT tag, DD tag. Okay, DL tag is normally if you want to describe a definition in the output screen, it has to be, all the things has to be defined inside the DL tag. And what are all the other two tags? That is DT tag and DD tag. What is DT tag? DT tag is definition term, and another one is definition, that is DD tag. Okay, first one is definition term, and second one is description definition. Okay, the term that we want to describe inside the definition term. Okay, so this how we can define the we can list out the items in the form of definition in the output stream. So what are all the different lists that we have discussed in this video? First one is order list, and another, sorry, unordered list. So the UL tag which is used to define the unordered list, and then moving on to the next one, that is sorry, actually I have yeah, moving on to the next one, that is order list which is used to list out the items in the form of ordered manner. Okay, so for listing out the items in an order, we have to use OL tag. Okay, so the short form for order tag is OL tag. Moving on to the next one, description tag. So if you want to list out the items in the form of definition, you're supposed to write the definition inside the DL tag. And what are all the two tags that we can use in a description tag? That is the description list, DT tag and DT. DT tag is nothing but which is used to define the definition term. DT tag is nothing but which describes the definition. Okay, so these are all the different tags we normally use in HTML list.